What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we're talking about Power Automate, we're talking about expressions, and we're going to talk about the mul function in the math functions collection. So mul is short for multiply, so this function allows you to multiply two numbers together. These numbers can be integers, or they can be floats, so can be decimal numbers, or can be whole numbers, and also can be a mixture of the two. So again, a lot like my add and my subtract videos, it's the idea of adding, subtracting, multiplying two numbers together to get an output. So let's take a look at it. I'm in Power Automate here. I've got my manual trigger flow, and I've got a couple of number inputs, got number 1 and number 2. Then I have a compose action, and this is where we're going to use the function. So we'll click into the inputs, we'll go to expression, and we'll scroll down until we get to math functions. Click on see more, and we have the mul function here. So it's asking for two parameters, the first number and the second number, and returns the result from multiplying two numbers. So we can click mul, and it'll go into the expression editor at the top, or the formula editor. We can click number 1, add a comma, and then click number 2. So this is just going to multiply the first number input by the second number input. We'll click OK. And that goes into there, and we're ready to test. Click test. I'll perform the trigger action this time. Save and test. And we'll go 5 times 3. Now with my quick maths, I know that that's 15, so we'll see if I'm right. 15, there we go. So we're just multiplying those two number inputs into here. Now this does also work with floats as well, so we can just retest it. And we'll do 3.4 times by 2. Should be 6.8 because again I'm trying to do quick math. 6.8, whoa! So yeah, that's what this does. Now, as I've kind of mentioned in other videos, you can extend these. So these are just literally multiplying two numbers together. But if I show you this for a second, so if I take all this data out, what you may want to do is just have a expanding number. So multiplying two numbers together or adding two numbers together is not always what you want. You may want to add multiple numbers together. These functions actually allow you to string them all together. So you have multiply here, so we could say we can just hard code in the number 5, but maybe we want to add a couple of numbers together to get that. So then we could paste in a couple of different pieces of dynamic content. So we could take number 1 and number 2, or we could just add in sort of 7, comma, and then 4. Now, the way Power Automate works and the way the expressions work is that it actually works from inside out. So it takes sort of like the middle part of it and does this bit first and then does the bit on the outside. So unlike with traditional maths where you would do the whole BOGMAS thing where you take things inside brackets first and then all the other sort of rules about how you add and multiply and subtract everything together, what Power Automate does is it just works from inside out. So it does the first calculation, and then does the second calculation, then does the third calculation on the outside, and just keeps expanding outwards. So what this will do is this will add 7 and 4 together, which is equal 11, and then we'll multiply that by 5, so this should equal 55. So we'll click update, just hover over just to make sure it has updated. And then again, another quick trick, because sometimes this doesn't always work, it doesn't always update properly, so hover over, you can see before you run your test and wonder why it's not worked. We'll put some numbers in here, but we've not used them as inputs, so it doesn't matter. We'll click done, and there we have 55. So it kind of works from the inside out. So I think that's something that I should really tell people, just so that if they're getting confused about why things aren't calculating the way they think it should, Power Automate works from inside out. So does the sort of very middle calculation first, and then does the one around that, and does the one around that, and does the one around that, like expanding outwards. So I hope this was useful. I hope you hopefully learned something. As always, if you could like this video, if you found it useful, please share it with your friends. That's always appreciated. If you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.